And we're
Alright guys, welcome to another Manga Podcast. We are, those cool guys at... no, sorry.
Yeah, we're the cool guys, yeah.
We're the cool guys.
We're the cool guys.
Dudes.
Hey man, Hinobu Kagura, mate. Did it in one, but...
Wow. Bro, you're a hater. Actually a hater, bro. Actually a hater. No, keep all this in. Keep all this in.
I'm not a hater,
you.
I'm not a hater,
bro.
I'm just saying.
You can't make one mistake now, it's got.
No, you can't.
I'm joking. Alright. Let's go. Alright guys, Alright guys, how's it going?
Yo, bro.
Jesus.
Anyway, we're talking about Chainsaw Man.
No,
Yeah. Actually, no,
we're not doing Chainsaw Man. Look at this guy.
Is that 12 at night, bro? People are losing their
Hey, bro,
mind.
we're good.
Let's go. Alright. Hi guys, welcome to another Panel and Frames Manga Podcast. I'm joined by these legendary pair, Lewis and Phil. We're talking about, Chainsaw Man, maybe, but we're going to definitely talk about Jujutsu Kaisen.
What?
Bro, you're smoking, bro.
Alright, let's do one more time.
This guy's smoking the yams, bro. One gun.
One more time. Alright guys, let's go.
Remember, I'm editing this. I'm keeping this in, bro.
No, man, don't.
It would be very funny if you did.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Panel and Frames Weekly Manga Podcast. I'm joined by the legendary pair, Phil and Lewis. We're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. We're finally at the main event of the manga.
We've been waiting for this.
Playoffs, the Champions League final, the Super Bowl, Sukuna versus Gojo.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing, before we start, do we know what Sukuna's actual curse technique is?
What happened to your voice right there, Maji?
Because we don't know what his curse technique is, do we?
What happened to your voice right there?
It happens when I'm just talking in it.
Oh, what days? You got to be excited there.
Do we know what his curse technique is, though? We actually don't know.
Wait, so that's Sukuna?
Sukuna, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just piggybacking off all the things, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we know what it's weird because we've seen what his domain expansion is twice now, but they've not actually said what his curse technique is.
Is it not that's the slice thing? It's got something to do with blades. Has to do something to do with something blades or cutting.
They've not actually said what it actually is. Because remember when he fought against that fire guy with the Jogo and he did his technique?
Yeah.
He shot the arrow at him and he's like, and then he just killed him with his own technique. I did read something about his technique is like a coffin that absorbs other techniques and then he can use them.
Well, that's what it. Yeah, that's what he's been doing.
Yeah, but they've not actually said that though, have they?
Well, he's expressing it, isn't he? By doing
But
it.
so imagine he uses Gojo's techniques against him.
No, I don't think that's where it is because it happens in the fight, right? Man uses Malevolent Shrine, yeah, and then the instant hit from Malevolent Shrine is like getting cut by bare blades and thing. Yeah, so would it not have something to do with that?
No, so his attacks obviously are blades, but they're not. Do you know that? So obviously, like for example, Yuji had that black flash in it.
Yeah,
that's not his actual curse. We don't know what his actual curse technique is because he never had a curse technique because black flash is just an attack that him and Todo could do in it. But then we didn't actually see what his curse technique was because obviously Sukuna was in his body, so we don't actually know what Yuji's curse technique is. But in the chapter, we did see he had swapped bodies with somebody, I think, or swapped souls. So that could be his curse technique, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
But no, that's Yuji anyway.
I don't know.
It's like with Yuta. Obviously, he had the spirit. What's the name of her? He's got his spirit with her. The spirit lady with him.
Yeah, I'm following.
That's not his curse technique. His curse technique is mimic. So his curse technique means he can copy other people's curse techniques. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, Sukuna wasn't actually seeing what his actual curse technique.
I'm following you.
I'm saying we've seen his attacks, we don't know what his passion power is. So I just find it weird that we're seeing Malevolent Shrine in the domain expansion. We actually don't know
and his domain expansion is mad big.
Yeah, sick man. He did it against in the Shibuya arc, innit? Against
But anyway, this fight, let's talk about this fight.
Gojo.
And what actually happened then
Yeah, the challenger,
Gojo and that.
You're forgetting that you're the challenger. What a line, bro.
Yeah, that's a cold line to drop to someone. And the way and like the art for how he said it, he just looked like he's like, yeah, this ain't nothing. This gonna be light work. Right?
But,
and then even throughout the fight as well, like his face just seemed like I might be getting hit, but I'm still gonna do that on this guy.
He's gonna cut his neck here. You guys don't lie.
That's the only time. That's the only time. I was like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on here?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, chill out, my G. That's the only time I got a bit shook.
You know what's some madness as well? The last time Gojo got into beef was with what's his name? Toji, innit? Megami's dad. He got stabbed in the neck as well. Remember?
Yeah.
I want to kind of throw back to that because obviously Gojo said something earlier about I can hit you because you look like that guy, innit? Who they fought against. So it's interesting that they go for his neck anyway. But you know the domain expansion. I swear, like when they were explaining about like, oh, you got to go outside, this, that, it's complicated, man.
Wait, what?
You know when they were talking about the domain when they go cash in, and they were saying that Sukuna's domain hasn't got a barrier. That's why he's able to go outside and attack Gojo's from the outside because his was not a barrier.
Yeah.
I just explained it, but I just thought it was a bit confusing the way they were explaining it.
I don't think so. They basically explained it how you said it, mate. So, yeah.
I don't know. I think I had to read it like once or twice because it was just like there was a lot. Because I was saying they said previous stuff before it.
It was. I kind of follow what you're saying because it was a lot of crap. Gojo's doing this. What can Gojo do? Blah blah blah. It was like, okay, how can this person win? How can that person win? How can this person win? How can that person win? If they do this, if they do that. There was a lot of that kind of talk. But then they just dropped the domain expansion thing. And then when they did it, boom, double domain expansion.
What I found interesting is that obviously Gojo's got infinite curse energy or whatever, yeah. But then he wasn't able to heal himself and do it. I mean, he did again, but
it was like he was running out of energy. That's what it seemed like, isn't it?
Yeah, but then he's meant to be like infinite. That's his whole thing.
But then I don't think it was the fact that he's running out of energy. They said is the after effects of something affecting his body.
Domain expansion, you can't use curse techniques after you do a domain expansion for a number because you just use a lot of curse energy basically.
Yeah, because it's how it affects his body. That's why you can't do it. So that's why he focused on doing that one thing.
Yuta was saying that obviously Gojo has infinite curse energy, so it shouldn't be a problem for him to do after his.
But his physical capabilities are not infinite.
But I mean, if his curse energy is infinite, it doesn't matter.
No, but there's infinite.
You're missing the point, Eugene.
You've got to be able to charge up, no?
If you do something and it's affecting your body and it has after effects on your body, yeah, you can do it infinite times, but if you keep doing it better times, it's gonna have some kind of effect on your body at some point.
He seems to be doing right. He's healing himself and he still pulled off that red flash, so you know, and destroyed Sukuna's domain from what it looks like. So it looks like he's doing a good job.
Yeah. But there's always got to be a bottleneck, though, isn't there?
Most likely.
Who do you want to win? I know Phil wants to win.
Who do you think wants to win? Go on then.
You want Sukuna to win because you want.
Yeah, he wants the bad guy to win,
Exactly. That's who I am. I'm Mr. Chaos.
He wants the Joker to blow up.
Mr. Chaos out here.
You know?
Come on, yo. I want Sukuna to win and fold everybody else.
But do you not think though, whoever wins, we lose because you've got two OP characters here, yeah, who are both ridiculous, and regardless of who's win, I just don't think it's gonna be interesting the outcome because if Sukuna wins, then obviously they're gonna go and jump in. He's gonna batter some like Maki man with the money, the cash point, and Yuta or whatever, yeah. And then if Gojo wins, obviously the manga's over basically, and they go get Kenjaku in it. I don't know, man. But usually you get involved somehow. But I don't know. I just feel like I rather the fight doesn't get resolved, so we don't have a winner.
So you want them to stretch this out.
No, I want it to end next chapter, and there isn't a winner.
Well, not the fight. I'm talking. I never said the exact.
No, I got the manga.
What I was thinking in my mind. You want them to stretch the manga out because I swear the manga's gonna be finished soon. I swear.
Not even that. I just want them to this fight to end through some madness, and then Gojo or Sukuna can't finish the fight, and then we never know who's stronger, and everyone's gonna be
so a technicality then.
Yeah. Because I feel like, despite because I think the way they explained it before the fight started, whoever loses, the opposition's party are going to jump in and kill them, basically. You know what I mean?
What, like Royal Rumble?
So no. So if Sukuna beats Gojo, then one of the heavy hitters on the good side is going to jump in and they're going to just rush Sukuna, aren't they? And then whoever, obviously they're going to have to beef Sukuna's Mandem, innit, like with Kenjaku and that. But Sukuna's going to be vulnerable, so one of them is going to deal with death blow on him. You know what I mean? Then if Gojo loses, all of Kenjaku's boys and that what's her name, that ice girl, the ride or die chick for Sukuna's going to come in. They're going to kill Gojo, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With any technicality, I think if it gets like a draw or a technicality, I think that's going to be interesting. The interesting thing is going to be what's going to be the technicality to make them stop fighting and be like, oh, we have to decide this another day kind of thing. It might be a bit cheesy, but a little bit interesting that we don't see a winner. And it's kind of like, I know it pisses a lot of people off, I think that'd be quite funny if they did that and quite interesting.
No, man.
But do you think Kanjaku is riding for Sukuna like that? Do you not think he's going to do... He's got his own plans?
Thing is, I think they only Gojo out of the way, basically, innit? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Out of the way, innit?
But that's what I mean. They've got like an equal enemy. But do you think if, for instance, Gojo got killed, it's on site after that? No. That's why he's got. That's why he's got. What's his name? Is it Tengen?
He's got Tengen.
Yeah. So he's obviously putting plans in motion for the next step, whatever that is.
Or do you think if Gojo? You know, what's interesting. If Gojo does lose. And then Kenjaku comes and kills Sukuna or absorbs his body. Because you know what we're still not seen yet? When Sukuna ate, he's like, oh, I don't need the final finger. I've got ate that head. So imagine he gets his original body back while fighting, like, Gojo.
I did say that, dude, bro. But people were saying that it might not happen, but I did say that could happen.
What episode and what time code?
Well, I'd have to find it, but I did say that.
I remember you.
Show me the panel.
Show me the panel.
But yeah, that definitely be cool if that happened.
And do you think he'll regain his full power? We'll actually get to see his curse technique when he does that. Then because it's got like 4 arms. It'd be interesting if like each arm's like different.
True.
I guess you would see him at his purest form at that point, wouldn't you? So I guess you would see his.
Ooh. So then that falls in line with what Eugene was saying, right? They could be like, hey, yeah, boom. I have to call a little quick time out on this fight, right? My man gets his original body back.
For the fourth quarter.
4 arms, the thing, you know what I mean? Yeah, got the 4 arms and that. And then it comes, okay, cool, boom. Time in, yeah? Have another fight.
It's that Kobe moment. It's ready to finish off fourth quarter. I'm
saying they could maybe do some shit like that.
Time out.
It's definitely interesting to see which way it's going to go because I feel like there's an opportunity to do a lot of madness here because I feel like there doesn't need to be I think, you're right, like Phil, I feel we could get the original body and I think that will just make the fight mad.
Yeah, like that would be like the proper end.
Well, this is it because you know what? Yeah, as well, we've already seen the domain expansion. We've seen obviously Gojo, I guess, full power. We've seen.
Is it though?
Well, I mean, if he's not, like, is he holding back because he's only on the fight? Because you know what's interesting? Remember Sukuna said when he took Megami's body, he's like, oh, I need this for a certain reason. I think the reason is he was thinking when he fights against Gojo, he won't be able to use full power because his boy's body in it. And then obviously he can't use Yuji because when he's in Yuji's body, Yuji couldn't use any of his techniques until he swapped over.
Yeah.
My main thing is though, do we want Sukuna to just he's killed this will be his 4th body since he's come back.
So what, fam? So what? Let him get 100 more, bruv.
I don't know, man. It's a bit
Get
boring,
100
man.
more. Kill all of them. Here, finish. But nah, right? I'm saying, yeah, because remember, I swear at the start of the fight, sometime Gojo was like, he's not trying to. He actually still wants to get the body back, right? So he fights whatever subdues him, does a little curse thing, blah 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 blah, takes out the soul. The soul gets sponged off to Kenjaku somewhere. Kenjaku dips out, puts him in his original body, comes through, and then the beef, and you know what I mean. Then now you get the bit that you was always moaning about. Oh yeah, my man's not dead. He gets to see his sister. Yeah, you go bring it all back full circle. Man, got
I
nothing
actually
to do,
think
bro.
that's actually a good. I think that's actually probably what's going to happen. You know, I think he's actually going to stay his
I'm
soul.
a genius.
No, I think they're going to. Remember, even Yuji was working out on this technique to swap souls. I think they're going to end up. Yeah, I think you're right. You know, they're going to get Sukuna's soul out, but then I think he's going to Kenjaku get involved because Kenjaku obviously can. He's got Ghetto's summoning.
Oh yeah,
Spirits, isn't it? So he can summon Sukuna's body and then put Sukuna's soul into it. But then, what would be interesting, imagine if Ghetto now can control Sukuna because he's summoned his body.
I don't think that they will allow that to happen. I think, right, if we're going along that line of thinking and my man summons the thing and he can have control over it, I think as soon as Sukuna gets there, it's like Dragon Ball Super Ultra Instinct, boom. Like no one can touch my man. It's like no matter if he was controlling me before, you're not controlling me now. Like actually not even better example, right? We all basically watched Naruto to a certain degree. I'm assuming, boom, right? When Madara was brought back with Edo Tensei, right? Technically, the person that put the Edo Tensei out, the Jutsu, he should be able to control the people that they came back. But Madara was actually just moving around doing his own thing. So it could be the same thing with Sukuna and his body. No.
Well, actually, didn't Obito, not Obito, what's his face? Who summoned them again? The guy with the glasses, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't he just let them do their thing? And then when he released technique, they all disappeared. But then Madara used Raningen to.
That's what I'm saying. Like at least Madara had like still control over, even if my man said he wanted to get rid of the technique. He still had control over it.
No, I do think though you're right though. I think there's going to be some spirit swapping, and I think his body's going to come back somehow. I think you're right. Or interesting, he gets banged by Gojo, and we think, oh, it's over. And I'm telling you that Urame is going to play a part in it. She comes with his body. Oh, hey Sukuna, I've got your body, and then his cheerleader, and then she.
Maybe. My biggest question though is how does the main character of the show actually get brought back to becoming the main character of the show? Because he's just a side man right now.
I don't mind that though. I don't mind that.
I don't mind it neither, but it's like he's the main person that we got introduced to. It's like, and he's just really just there.
Because he's not.
He doesn't even have to be there.
Yeah, it's just he's not adding nothing. He has no real great use. He's not like super smart. I wouldn't say that he's the strongest there.
We're gonna see in it. Because even with this fight, I thought this fight would be at least 3-4 more chapters. I feel this fight is already at the climax.
Yeah.
I think it was one more chapter max, and then it'll end after that. And then, I think that's it. Cool. The main expansion is basically that's like the Bankai, innit? It's like your final attack, and we've already seen it now, and we've seen and then I think then we'll go on to the next phase, your phase, Phil. I really think that's going to happen. I think you're absolutely right. And then after that, then we'll go into this whole battle royale of all the two sides fighting each other, and then we'll go into the finale of
the big fight.
The big fight with obviously it'll end up being Yuji versus Sukuna in some shape or form.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like that some way.
Yeah, but I don't think Gojo will die though. I think Gojo might get completely taken out though. I think Sukuna might get his full body, then just take out Gojo, or Gojo they might think he's dead and then he comes back and does like a move with his purple or something, and then he dies anyway. You know what I mean? But I think Gojo might be some sort of casualty, but we don't have the fatality though.
But I really think we're overlooking Kanjeku. I feel like he's going to snake the whole thing.
Somehow.
Because he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, and you see him placing these different things as the manga's been going on.
Yeah.
In the background, it's not like he's, this is what's going on. He's just doing it in the background, and I just feel like he's just waiting for that moment to just fuck it all up.
Yeah, that's the truth. Still, that's the truth. Because even like, I don't even remember. I can't remember the last time we saw him. When did we see him last?
Before the fight started. But I do think you're right though, Lewis. I think a little bit we are placing a bit too much emphasis on this one fight, and I think we're forgetting there is an actual bigger plot. And this is probably part of Kenjaku's manipulation of everyone to get. Because for him, imagine Gojo and Sukuna both take each other out, that he wins regardless, you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But then we don't know, remember when he said to Sukuna, remember your promise to me? We don't still know what that means, what that's about, man.
We could find it out.
Yeah, I just think we can't overlook him. I feel like it's going to be a big part in the next bit.
And don't forget as well, Kenjaku is like it possessed Yuji's mum. He's Chozo's dad, essentially, and he's like the relative of that guy with the blood art as well. That's technique. So there's loads of loose ends with Kenjaku.
Yeah, true.
And we don't know
he's got Tengen as well. Like,
we don't know if he's alive or dead. We don't know if he's just in a cocoon state or like hibernation, or he's actually just gone.
And we'll see.
But you know what the biggest question is? You know what the actual real question is? Where's the American army at, man? Where's the army at? What's the name?
Bronze medal.
Bronze medal. Where are they at? They were gassing them for like 3 chapters.
And then nothing happened. But hey, they might have just became the sacrifices. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Unless it's just all of a sudden they're just going to burst through the domain expansion.
Domain expansion and just nuke them.
I can't
you know what I mean?
The end.
The end. Big nuke. The whole world destroyed.
Yeah, they're like, fuck sorcery. You guys.
Mate.
You know, some they say, just guys, whatever, man.
They're like, what's all this woo sorcery?
Yeah, man. Random. But what's your scores, guys, for the last? Because it's been really good though. Jujutsu Kaisen.
It has been great. It has been. I've got it rather high. I like even though the last couple chapters could have been one big just fight, because that's really all it was. It was just, okay, this is the first bit of the fight. This is the next bit of the fight. This is the next bit of the fight. I still liked it all, so I'll give it a 9. So I'll just say all of it. I'll just give it a 9.
Yeah, I agree. A 9.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. 9. It's been fantastic. There was only one point in the fight where they started joking. Oh, the building's dropped. Oh no! I was just like, no, we don't need this comedy.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
we just keep it 100, guys. Just beef.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's become bloody as well. Like when Sukuna started attacking Gojo, you see all the blood dripping off him. I was like, damn.
Yeah, Gojo looks mash up.
But this is what we wanted, though, innit? Because you know, I thought Gojo. I don't know if Gojo. I don't know who's gonna win, but I thought Gojo wouldn't get any. I don't think he'll get Yuji scarred up like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's good to see that he's not just murking Sukuna just like that. Sukuna's actually like.
He's getting his licks back. So I hear it. It's the next couple ones that I really want to see how they take the story. But hey, we'll see when it comes.
Yeah, I do think you hit the nail on the head right there, man. I do think we got one more fight, and then it's gonna do some of this body swapping stuff, or something's gonna happen. Like Sukuna and Kenjaku, I think you're both right. Have something. They've got Ace that's gonna just murk Gojo, and then Gojo's gonna lose, or he's just gonna be the squad. Basically, I don't think Gojo's gonna win this fight. I think Sukuna and Kenjaku are gonna trick him in some way. With that
We'll
spare
see.
point.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of this. I don't want to limit my mind and think about it too much. I'm just like, hey, this is a possibility that could happen.
Thank you for listening to our Jujutsu Kaisen chat. We'll be back again next week with more mangas. Chainsaw Man, obviously Dragon Ball's back, and One Punch Man. Let us know who you think is going to win out of Gojo and Sukuna. Do you think they should be betting on the fight?
Of course.
Televised on their YouTube everywhere.
Of course. Racking up billions of views.
Is going to win, and if someone like Yuta or Maki or Yuji is gonna, take the reins and do something, or is Kenjaku's gonna do some madness with Tengen? Let us know your thoughts, guys. We're interested to banter with you in the comments about this, because there's a lot of possibilities that obviously Phil and Lewis just talked about. But yes, join us next week, guys.